what's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess, and y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. If y'all looking at my content for the first time, and you're the one that want to get better in chess, whether it's opening, middle game, or end game, or maybe on my channel because you want to be entertained with the live bullet and blitz games that I play online, or maybe you want to find out not only how to be successful on the chessboard, but also successful in life. If this is you, make sure you hit that notification bell on, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you have any questions and any content that you want me to share, make sure you drop that comment below and I will give you the content that you requested. Without further ado, let's actually get right to this video. Alright guys, peace! Hey, what's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess. So y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the new Elshad System technique when your opponent plays the move h4 in the beginning of the game. Alright, a lot of times, the people that just start out playing the Elshad System game, they get a little fearful when they play moves like that, h4 and g4. As y'all can see here, h4 and then g4. That becomes like like a monster or something to most players. But today we're gonna solve all this. We're gonna do this together, guys, and I'm gonna actually show you exactly what you can do when they play something like this. So don't be fearful when they play stuff like this. And I'm actually gonna use an example of one of my students' games. He did lose his game, but I'm gonna actually show you exactly what all of y'all can do when y'all face something like this. All right, so let's begin, guys. So h4 was his opponent's first move. C6 is played. G4, Queen A5, not a problem. E4, D6, C3, H6, and D4. All right, guys. So when I look at this position already, White is going to have some problems because he has all these pawns coming out, and then eventually he's going to have some weaknesses in his opening. So man, it's about to go down, guys. All right, so after d4, knight b to d7, my student played this. F4 is played, and then my opponent, or I can't say my opponent, my student goes e5. This is the move that he played. Now, guys, most people will play this if you're fearful of your opponent's pawn storm in the center. And it seems like he's getting so much control in the center, and it feels like it's overwhelming. Well, do not be fearful, guys, because there is one move that crumbles all of that down. This one move, guys, knight d f6. Why does this move crumbles everything? Why does this crumble this opponent? The reason being, guys, is because number one, we're attacking the g4 pawn with not only the knight but also with the bishop. Also, guys, we're also attacking knight captures e4. Another reason we go knight d to f6 is because, again, if White provokes or gets provoked to play to e5, which I'm about to show y'all right now. If he goes e5, we have queen d5. You see, notice he has light square weaknesses. We're hitting the rook. It gets pretty ugly, guys, especially since we're still hitting bishop captures g4 or maybe knight captures g4. It just seems like White's pawn storms was pretty much useless. If he does something like queen f3, it doesn't matter. We go bishop captures g4. We pretty much just want a pawn for free. Literally, guys. We want a pawn for free. And obviously, guys, his opponent is pretty much going to be forced to take the queen, because if not, he's either going to lose a queen or he going to lose a rook. Simple as that. So if queen captures, then we go knight captures d5. Now, guys, even though we traded the queens early, but the thing is, we're actually up a pawn. And then another thing about this, guys, is your opponent may actually um, fall under pressure by like just taking pawns. Like for instance, if he goes e captures d6, guys, we can go e captures d6. Now our pawn structure is way better than his pawn structure because number one, we are up a pawn in the end game. This pawn formation is very good, whereas his is not really that good because he has two isolated pawns. As you see, we have two minor pieces developed, and none of these pieces is developed at all. And by the time we castle queenside and bring the rook to the e8, man, white's position is going to fall very, very fast in the end game. And this is just was nothing. All right, guys. So let's look at this again. So after knight catches d5, and let's dive in a little bit deeper. Let's say he goes bishop g2. We're still up a pawn, guys. Remember that we are still up a pawn. We can go h5. We're going to h5 to secure the bishop on g4. If he goes knight a3, we can go knight h6. And we're doing that because obviously the pawn is here. And again, guys, if he takes this pawn, we'll be happy if he takes this pawn because then we could take back and he'll still have his isolated pawn. So this is the reason why white doesn't want to take. But I'm telling y'all, 90% of the players that play either going to push the pawn or they're going to take, and you're going to be up some more pawns, and you're going to have a greater advantage in a position, and it's just going to be great for y'all. After knight a6, if he goes knight c4, we can immediately go knight f5. The thing about this, guys, is eventually we can technically go b5. I mean, after we do knight f5, we can go b5 because we're hitting knight e3, and not only hitting the light square bishop, but also we'll be hitting knight c2 check and hitting the rook as well. So, for instance, guys, for all y'all that hear me, y'all may not understand. If for some reason, if knight f3, we immediately will go b5. So if he goes b5, or if we go b5, obviously he can't come here because we'll win a free piece pretty much. I don't know, guys. It could be even if knight a5 for some reason, if he's trying to attack the pawn. If he's trying to do that, we can go knight e3, guys. We're hitting the light square bishop. This is pretty much a lost position for white. If he tries to protect his bishop, we'll go knight c2 check, and then we're hitting the rook. So, and again, we're winning. So, seems like the best move for white will have to be maybe knight a3. But even with a5 coming into play, because we're still threatening b4, this becomes a greater threat. And it just doesn't look very good for white at all. So, so that's just a little, this I'm sharing y'all a lot of techniques, man. I'm telling y'all, like the stuff that they play, you have nothing to fear. Like it's something very it's not very scary at all, guys. It's kind of like one of those monsters that, like, when you was a little kid and you felt like there was a monster in the closet, but then you realize that when you look a little deeper in the closet, you realize there was nothing there. It was just maybe your coat or whatever. You ain't got nothing to be scared of. All right. All right, guys. So let's look at this again. Knight a6, knight c4, knight f5. Now, if bishop catches d5, we go c catches d5. If he goes knight e3, then we could just go e6. Now, you're probably wondering why don't we take? We don't want to take because, number one, guys, this bishop is inactive. So this bishop can't really move anywhere, guys. And it's not going to be a good look. So that's why we go e6. And if for some reason knight captures g4, we're definitely in a better position now. Or we always was in a better position because we're already up a pawn. Our pawn formation is a lot better. And now we have a pass pawn on g4. And now we're also hitting rook captures h4, in which, well, this is just fire, guys. This is just really fire. And honestly, I kind of like knight captures h4, to be honest with you guys. If I don't know, if e captures d6, Thinking about knight catches h4, I think this might actually be a better move. To be honest with you, and the reason why I say this, guys, because um, we're threatening knight f3 check and then winning the rook. So most likely he may actually go king f2, and then we can go bishop catches d6, and yeah, and the thing is, we don't got to worry about knight f3 because our pawn is here, so we don't have nothing to worry about with that. And then eventually, guys, our next move is going to be bishop b7, and we're going to cancel queenside. So, and this is just all around like just winning. All right, all right. So let's look at something else. So let's say, oh yeah. So this is another position, or it's pretty much the same position, but this is just a different move order. Let's say knight f. I already did this one. I'm sorry, guys. Think I touched on a lot of it. All right, so let's see. All right, so obviously, my student didn't do knight df6. He went e5. But in spite of that, let's carry on. Let's see what else happens. All right, so he goes e5. All right, and his opponent goes b4. All right, so queen c7, a4 is played, knight g to f6, queen f3, and then bishop b7. Now bishop b7, I wouldn't bishop b7. I don't like that move. Even in this position, even right now, you can still crush your opponent. Like guys, it's to the point where he has White has so much weaknesses or whatever. It looks like he doesn't have weaknesses, but he really does. For instance, if e captures d4, um, we could go e catches d4, and then if c catches d4, then we can immediately go g6. I'm sorry, guys. After bishop e7, we go g6. That's where we will go. We'll go g6 instead of bishop e7, or instead of bishop e7, we'll go g6. Now, in this position, guys, the g6, most likely your opponent is going to play f-cat, especially if they do pawn moves like this and they're trying to get a great strong center for some reason. If you go g6 and they decide to go f captures e5, we can go d captures e5. And then if for some reason they try to get real aggressive and go g5, then you could go h captures g5. Obviously, guys, they can't go ace catcher g5 because, or I mean, technically they can do that, but we can automatically just take this rook, and if the queen takes, then we could go knight h5 if we want. If for some reason, if he tries to go bishop b2, we do have knight g3, where of course we will hit knight captures e2, and we don't even have to worry about the queen on h8 because it's not really doing anything right now. Actually, and to be honest with you, if he does come queen h8, we don't even have to take this light square bishop yet. We could just go e captures d4. Literally, guys, that's exactly what we can do. And now his center is like opened up, and it's not that bad at all. And the crazy part is the queen can't stay here that long because he's gonna have to go queen catches d4. He can't go c catches d4. Um, I mean, he can go there, but we'll have knight catches e4 coming in, and then we do have queen d6 coming, or not queen d6, but we have queen g3 check coming, and it's just looking. I just like this for black overall, guys. This is just I just think our position is too solid to me. I just like this. Even with the whole having to push e5. Uh, this still could have been one for black. Definitely. All right. But guys, there's so much stuff to do in the open. Like there's so much you can do to exploit your opponent's weaknesses if they do this hippopotamus opening. 'Cause that's pretty much what I call it. All right. So let's go back here. All right, not bishop b7. So g6, f captures, d captures, g5. I don't know why this does that, but so let's say h catches g5 is not played. Let's say bishop catches g5. If bishop catches g5, we can still go knight h5, and then if bishop c4, if because you feel as though that he's getting good, like he's getting some pieces active. No need to worry, guys. You just go f6. Simple as that. Nothing else. No big threat. He just tried to mate you, but we go f6. He goes bishop d2. You go e catches d4, and then if c catches d4, we have queen g3 check. And I'm telling you, after that check, after that queen g3 check, I'm telling you, everything falls because of his hippopotamus, the so-called hippopotamus open. It's just so much weaknesses. Like it's just not going to happen. It just doesn't win. Um, Queen catches g3, knight catches g3. We're hitting the rook, and then if rook h2, we go knight catches e4. We pretty much, got a pawn. And how many pawns White has? One, two. So he has four pawns. We have one, two, three, four, five. So we're up a pawn, guys, when knight catches e4. Our pawn formation is a lot better um than his. He has he has a pass point, but obviously it's not going to really get very far because we have a rook already here and we have a pawn here, and we have two connected pass pawns here, which can be very good. And then, guys, we do have bishop, d6 coming, and I'm gonna show you how weak this opponent could do. Even if your opponent may go rook e2, thinking, okay, I'm pinning his knight. Even that is nothing, because then we win another pawn, guys. So now we're up two pawns, and now we have two connected pass pawns. And he can't do anything right now, guys, because this rook is defending this knight. And then if knight c3, because he want to put pressure on a knight, so what? We go f5. F5 is there, and then if he castles queenside, we'll go knight e5. And guys, this is this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful move. A very, very beautiful move, knight e5. I'm telling you guys, even though this is like kind of like an end games is very tricky, man. End games is very tricky. So I'll definitely highly encourage y'all get the End Game Tactics by Baron Perlo. I'm telling you guys, that's a very awesome book. But knight e5, guys, like look at this knight e5. Like black just has the advantage in this. And then guys, look at this. We're even hitting bishop catches b4. We're about to win another pawn. You know, it reminds me of that DJ Khaled. He be like, and another one, and another one, and another one. Like we just about to win pawns and stuff. But you're probably like, so what's so good about 95? Well, if the knight if the pawn takes the knight on e5, then guys, we're not pinned no more. So now we can go knight captures c3, and then if bishop captures c3, we got rook captures c4, pinning this dark square bishop. And if he goes king b2, we can immediately go bishop e6, because obviously, guys, you don't want to go bishop catches b4 yet because of king b3, where he'll be winning a piece. So don't fall victim to that. So that's why we got to go bishop e6 first, because now we can go and do bishop catches b4. But if rook h2, all we would do is just go bishop d5. We're centralizing the bit, and this is kind of like an endgame principle, guys. When you have color bishops and stuff, you want to centralize your bishop. You know what I mean? That's the endgame principle. So always remember that, guys. So I'm kind of giving y'all opening tips, but I'm giving y'all endgame tips too. All right. So if rook h8, no need to fear. We got rook. We castle queenside, and the rook is on d8. And again, guys, we're still about to win this b4 pawn. All right. So but yeah, guys. Those are the tricks, guys, that I wanted to share with y'all, like those techniques. Um, yeah, guys. I'll like post the notation. I'll post half of it. I don't want to. Um, I really don't want to go all the way into the game or whatever, because I just wanted to show y'all exactly what y'all can do if y'all get in a situation like that. Um, so that was something that I really wanted to do. But guys, I hope y'all get what I'm saying though. So when people play H4, you go C6 and G4, you ain't got nothing to worry about. It's all a mirage. So again, let's go back. Queen A5, E4, D6, C3, H6, D4, Knight B to D7, F4. Again, guys, if they play this, don't play E5. Just play Knight D to F6. You're gonna automatically win pawns. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he goes, guys. It doesn't matter. He could go G5 if he want to, and you still got knight captures E4. And then again, if he takes, you got knight captures A6, and again he has two isolated pawns, and his so-called center pawn storm, it just doesn't work, guys. And then by you having D5, and honestly, I can't even say that we're really doing an L shot because he's kind of like just giving us a free pawn, and now our position is a lot better, And he has a weak square on G3, so it's just a lot of things we can do, and we're also threatening Bishop G4 and Queen H5. You know, I'm just saying, guys, y'all don't have to be scared of it, and this is the reason why um this type of opening shouldn't be played against the L shot because everything will fall. Simple as that. So, guys, I hope y'all learned something today. I really hope y'all really learned something. If you have your opponent playing these type of openings on you, I'm letting you know you can destroy them in a heartbeat, man. Knight D to F6 is the move, and you're gonna watch all those pawn storms fall. London has fallen. All right, guys. But if you like this content, make sure you like, share, comment. Let me know what you think. If you got any more Elshad System questions or any other games where you feel as though you feel that you need some analysis on it, definitely comment below. And also, guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right, guys. Peace.